Our next speaker is Sophia Tan. She's from IMICTRIC, Breaking the Wall of Inefficient Humanitarian Aid.
1 month ago today, Lombok, Indonesia was devastated by an earthquake that killed hundreds and displaced hundreds of thousands more. Yet even now, many of those survivors still lack basic food, water, and shelter, and all because of inefficient humanitarian aid. So typically, when a disaster occurs, aid agencies have to send field workers down to conduct face-to-face interviews with survivors to find out what they need. This is a very lengthy and manpower-intensive process. After getting that information, they have to transcribe the data digitally, analyze it, before it can be disseminated to decision makers who, only after that, are able to make informed resource allocation decisions for humanitarian response. This is a very long process that can last up to 3 months and more than $150,000 US in a single crisis. So in this period of time, there's actually a possibility of needless lives being lost. With IMECTRIC, our solution, in the picture here is a portable IMECTRIC kit. It's about the size of a suitcase. What it does is that it can be easily brought to disaster areas by humanitarian workers, and upon deployment, it actually generates a local wireless area network. So survivors within a certain area are able to access it using their smartphones. And on it, they will fill in a needs assessment form. This platform also allows them to get information like situational updates, as well as information about where to get aid supplies. At the back end, the data is transmitted to a cloud server where analysis of the data is done and the report is generated and quickly sent to decision makers who are then able to make rapid decisions on humanitarian response in the field. This technology is increasingly relevant. In disaster-prone countries like India, Indonesia, and the Philippines, there's actually more than 25% smartphone penetration, and this figure is only expected to rise in the future. So here, on the top of the pillar, you can see a wireless server. This is actually a very early prototype that we tested in Turkey among a group of Syrian refugees. So we found that the refugees were actually very willing to input information through their smartphones in return for getting information about where they can access services. So what we aim to do is that with our kit, we can reach thousands of people within hours because of its portability. We provide accurate information directly from the ground that is updated in real time in order to enable more efficient humanitarian aid delivery. We envision a future where every single disaster survivor can get the help that they need within days of the disaster occurring, so as to minimize loss of human lives. Thank you. Yeah. Yes.
In many disasters, there's a loss of power. So what happens? How do you power your smartphone?
Yeah. So we designed this to be very to require low energy input, so it can actually be provided by either a portable battery or actually with vehicular batteries, like car batteries. So you don't need a very extensive power supply.
I think
yes.
Going outdoors, people need to power their cell phones.
Yeah. So.
Sorry, time's up, but you can definitely take this
later
conversation offline.
Thank you.
So we're just going to go for